Hey guys, welcome back to another unboxing. This is the Picun B8 wireless over-the-ear headphones. These boast 120 hours of battery life. They are also both wired and wireless, which is great, and I got them in purple. This was sent to me, of course, and I like the purple. It's nice and light, which is great. There is nothing on the back, so we're just gonna straight open this up and check it out. Now, these do come with 3 EQ presets, rock, pop, and I forget what the other one is, but the best one is pop. The other one's bass booster, the one that I forgot. It does have a USB-C to USB-A cable in the box, which is fine as long as it's USB-C. And there is the 3.5 millimeter jack, headphone cable that you'll be using. So if you run out of battery life, you can still continue to use these wireless. One thing I will say is it would have been nice if that was a USB-C to 3.5 millimeter as well, because that would allow for newer iPhones and Android devices to just use that. So opening this up, as you can see, they look great. Those ear cushions, the ear pads, are the softest things you can imagine. They are cloud-like, and the heft of the device actually matches the heft of my other Bluetooth headphones, the Sennheiser Ascension Pluses, which are my go-to. And, well, they have just as much features on the side as well, which is nice. Now, I haven't seen anything related to active noise canceling. Maybe it just does it on its own, but these do cut out a lot of noise, and they do sound really, really good. I'll have a video. The part of this video will basically go over my first impressions. But these are memory foamish feeling pads, and they look absolutely great. They're nice and thick, just the way that you want pads to be. So we're going to move on to the next part of the unboxing video, which is me talking about my first impressions. So stay with me, and that's me pressing the power button to start pairing. I didn't want to do this with this in the way, but we kind of have to because I need to go over the first impressions of this device. Okay, now I sat down, I did listen to it, and it sounds great. There's some minor issues with it. If you turn the volume up too high, you get distortion on the bass. Not the vocals, just the bass. Now, this device doesn't need to be completely maxed out, clearly, but it is a test that these ones do end up passing. Okay, so it is very possible to have headphones maxed out and also have, no distortion. So that's one of the downsides. Now, the upside is these sound amazing with the music I listen to, which is metal, rock, and other types of stuff, okay? And I've also tested games with their OSTs. They sound nice. So right now I have Soft Spine on by Spiritbox, which is, if you know, a very heavy song, and it sounds amazing. Her voice is clear, the bass is clear. You can hear Emmett's instrument separation. Try my best here, which is super important when it comes to anything. Because if you can't hear the individual instruments, you're not really listening to the music. You're listening to a bunch of slop that's been mixed together, and it comes out really bad. Instrument separation is one of the most important things about music, because you're there to listen to the band. Each band member has its own, task, and I want to hear everything. So these do get there. They sound a bit untuned, and I get that headphones are trying to give you 3 separate EQ tracks. Pop sounds bad. Rock sounds the best, okay? And bass boost just aggravates the problem of distortion, and I don't like that. What I do want from the company itself is to release an iOS app, even if it's the most simple thing in the universe. An Android app would be nice too, where you're able to have no EQ on. Okay, you have it like you can set the default EQ off, and it's flat, and you just modify it to your liking, to tune to what you like your sound to be. It's one of my favorite things about this. Out of the box, these are tuned to sound absolutely brilliant on any sort of music, but you have the ability to set an EQ. And having that ability would just change everything about these headphones, because again, they have good drivers, they sound great, the battery life is probably amazing considering they auto turn off, but again, we're missing a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to take these off, and I'm going to show you, not touch, If you get close enough, you can see there's little indents. Those indents, the plus button puts the volume up, the minus button brings the volume down, change tracks, go back to previous track, and then pressing the center pauses and unpauses. And you can also answer phone calls if you need to, or deny them as well. So that is very useful in itself. And if we check out here, you can see there's the power button, and there's the 3.5, and there's the USB-C, and that little dot right there is the microphone, which sounds horrendous, and that's to be expected. I'm going to say this for all Bluetooth headphone manufacturers. Don't add a Bluetooth mic. All right, unless you can get it to sound absolutely amazing, but there's not enough bandwidth in Bluetooth to make that possible. And when you activate the Bluetooth mic, it deadens the sound. It makes it sound horrible, like an old school phone call. And that's not really good, okay? So it's not a good feature to add. It adds to the cost, and honestly, if you're going to sell these Bluetooth headphones and devices, make a copy, make a version without a microphone, but still be Bluetooth. Okay, you don't have to have one and the other. You're not being forced by any means. And honestly, it would be better overall for just battery life, you know, because these low-end microphones, they're not optimized to draw the minimum amount of power. Like, they will chug you. Because I remember spending 4 hours on a phone call, and it was 100% on these other devices, my Sentiums, and by the time the phone call was done, they were dead. And that shouldn't happen. And that was with the microphone activated. And you can sit for 4 hours with them, and they go down to like 70%. Microphone just sucks the life out of them. It's annoying. So, yeah, I'm not really that much of a fan of a Bluetooth microphone. They're horrible. Pause. There we go. Yeah, it could be a little bit weird. Like, on the Ascentiums, they are touch. On here, they are like a click wheel, like a classic click wheel from an iPod. And while that does bring back a little bit of memories, it can also be a bit finicky, like when trying to change tracks. It could cause a few issues. So there you go. Headband is very squishy indeed. Very nice feeling. I like it. And the ear pads are absolutely soft. They're comfortable, but they add enough cushioning that you're going to be comfortable. I have had them on for a while. I have to re-record this impressions because, well, for some reason, it recorded it in 20 FPS instead of 60. It's weird. So they don't like push here, which is nice, and they don't push down here. And honestly, if I had the ability, I don't know if I do, I would probably replace these with something else, but they looked like they might be glued in. They're not glued in. Actually, they are glued in? Are they held in here by some sort of thing? No, they're not. There's plastic in here. Why is there plastic in here? Let me just get that out. I don't like that, because that can mess with the audio. So that's what was inside. I mean, maybe it's there to hold retention or whatever, but yeah, not really like having extra plastic and stuff. Yeah, without it, it just falls apart on the inside, as you can see. That's not good at all. Can you please stop playing? No, stop. See the problem? And now I can't get it back in, which is annoying. So I'm gonna have to go find a way to fix that. But my impression so far of this thing, for the fact that it's $36 for the purple version, $34 for the black and white version, that these do sound quite good. And if you're looking for a good budget pair of headphones, from my first impressions, these would be it. But I need more time, so we'll see on Monday how exactly I feel about them when I do the review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. You'll find the links for these headphones in the description.